We're just seconds away from getting this one started. And we're underway in Caesars Superdome. Jacob Sailors now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
Okay, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback, a guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills, and it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league.
The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Lions first down.
Let's see, Kate. Establish a run, cash in on the opening drive, and play from in front. That's a dream scenario to any contest, and runs like that, it gets the ball rolling.
Going to the ground again on first. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Tackle made by J.C. Horn.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Vaki. He takes it ahead for about 4 yards. It's 3rd down.
A humble 5- to 6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Staying on the ground with Vaki. Escapes the defender. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. They get 35 out of that play. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Goff on 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Looking for Dominic Lovett on that throw. So it'll be 2nd down. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested captures, and he couldn't.
Give him about 16 yards on that game, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Another Detroit Lions first down. 1st and goal, Detroit.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Vaki is in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions finish up an excellent opening series. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure of what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Saints nothing.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Dante Pettis to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. They're led out by a QB who made his starting debut all the way back in 2012. You weren't still playing then, were you, Brock? He's found plenty of touchdowns since then. It's Kirk Cousins.
Well over a decade has started in this league, and Kirk Cousins put up some prolific numbers. The thing that's eluded him, despite all the stats, are those playoff opportunities and those marquee postseason victories. I think Kirk, his family, and everybody rooting for him hopes the final chapters of his career will contain some of those.
The first carry now for Kyron Williams. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Cousins has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Saints first down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
They'll run it for the first time with Aldrick Estime. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route with the target.
Extra man in the secondary for the Lions on this 3rd down. They'll throw 3rd and long. Throwing the out route complete. He's out of bounds on the final play of our opening quarter. And that is the end of our first quarter. 7-0 is our score. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're looking at a punt, though, facing 4th down. Oh, snaps a little off, but he adjusts and sends it away. And, oh, just a hair too much on that kick. The punt lands in the end zone. This one's coming out to the 20. The Lions and their running back about to get back to work. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
Hockey running behind center. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun. Goff. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Dump off, caught by his back. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Lions have a first down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
Valky here from the gun. And that is exactly what they were after, Brock. A good 8-yard run there on first down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. Valky trying this straight ahead. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
Here we go, goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Trying to sneak here, Goff. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for a Lions first down. A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Lions.
Now we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More from Caesars Superdome in just a moment. They give it to Valky. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Goff finds him over the middle. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
New set of downs from 37. They send a tight end in motion. This give is to Valky. He dodged the tackle. He's still going at the 30. And there's the stop, but he's got 9 yards on first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Just a yard left to go on second down. Goff. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Goff to the air now. Finds Isaac to Sloan, complete. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 20.
Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. They go play action with Goff. To the end zone, but incomplete. Couldn't get it. That's going to set up 2nd and goal. Well, he certainly got some of them, Brock, with that play action look, but just not enough to pay it off with 6.
Did well to sell it, didn't they, Kate?
Yeah.
But that's probably the one shot you get at play action. Likely going to simplify it here and just try to punch it in the end zone.
They send the tight end in motion. They're going to throw again. Goff. And he will score. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions will add to their lead at the end of the half. Manage that clock beautifully. Down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
Bates now for the point after. Troubles with his snap, but he still knocks it through.
Makes the score.
And the Lions double their lead to 14.
Saints nothing.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half.
35-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Looking to throw. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man. So a two-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hansen. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update as always. And welcome back, everyone. Third quarter about to get underway. Got a two-score ball game here as we resume play. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, this is Pettis. Oh, he put him in the spin cycle. Crosses midfield, and he's still going. It doesn't look like it. He took it all the way. Oh, baby, what a return. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Saints.
Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
The
extra point. Here's Smith. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
14. Saints 7.
But do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The Lions and this running back headed back out for a new series. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
And that type of start, well, you wanted all 17 games of a season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. And off the play fake. Here's Goff. Hits his running back. And on 1st down, only gets about a yard here. And the defender there to force him out.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Goff tosses that quickly out wide. Jukes away from one. Has a hole left. Room to run. He's at the 30. Gets the 10. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions grow the lead coming out of halftime. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Lions double their lead to 14.
Saints 7.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, this is Pettis. Escapes the defender. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to go now. Their work will really cut out for him now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get things back to a 1-score game. Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
He was brought down at the
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Stay on the ground with Williams. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Kirby Joseph up for the stop.
He's tackled at the
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
They send Nakua in motion left. Now Cousins on 3rd and short. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. He fields this at the 18. He dodged the tackle. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The Lions returning their offense and this running back to the field. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. First and 10 from the 32. Tight end in motion left. Here's Goff on first and 10. He's out here in midfield and still going. And he works this down to the 41. He picks up 28 on the play. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
First and 10.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Yes, Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Goff setting to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
That's complete to Sloan. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. So 3rd and 16, no problem for them as they get the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll run. This is Vaki. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's a middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
First down run, netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Now gone. Setting up the running back screen. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Lions have a first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Working inside the red zone. This is to Sloan, working the outside. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Bates now for the point after. He hits it true despite some issues with that snap. And the Lions stretch their lead to 21.
Saints 7.
Yates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, this is Pettis. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
Dante Pettis on the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
This our last play of the quarter. First down throw for Cousins. Escapes out to the left. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's going to be the Saints with the football, but any efforts might be futile facing that deficit. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Throwing is Cousins. Screen here for Williams. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep them short of the sticks.
Third down, they need 7. To the air on 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Tendencies tend to show themselves, Kate, and really come to life on 3rd downs. Right, they want to go to their best receiver. Defense knows it. They know that tendency. They double it, and they make the play.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. Got a man, that's Nakua. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45.
It's a gain of
They stun this
yards.
defense. They pick up 14 on 4th, and they pick up the first down, too.
First down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Design quarterback run here. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Tackle made.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Has him on the quick hitter. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
It's a gain of 8.
And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive
First
moving.
down.
Move the chains!
First and
Gotta
10
move them
at the
chains!
44
Build
yard
momentum
line.
to keep that defense on its heels.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. On 1st and 10, it's Cousins. Short pass brought in. And he's taken down at the 30. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's good for a new set of downs
It's a
for
gain
New
of
Orleans.
14 yards.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, Cousins. Drops this one down here for Williams. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
2nd down now, they need 7. Cousins throwing again. Finds the in route complete. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line.
It's a gain of
Big gain, 14 on the play.
That's good.
And that's good for a Saints first down.
First down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, But I don't know how you test courage at the combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
He brings it in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Saints trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. It's Cousins once more. And the Lions are there to bring him down. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Throwing on 3rd, Cousins. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
4th down.
These scouts in the NFL, man, they scour the country, right? Coast to coast. You know what they're looking for with defensive players? They are looking for game wreckers. And that is exactly what this defender has done. He has wrecked this offense with back-to-back sacks.
No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it. It's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Vaki. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. That's complete to Sam Laporta. He pushes it up across the 30 before going out.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
On comes Jack Fox to handle the 4th down punt for the Lions. Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Dumps it off to his running back. And this one doesn't go far. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ballgame.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Here's Cousins. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And their final effort is going to hit the ground incomplete, but no reason not to throw it long there, as this game is over. So the Lions get the win on the road. Man, this one is gonna sting, partner. You pride yourself on defending your building, getting those home victories. Instead, you end up taking a bitter pill today in front of your own fans.
Well, as one coach famously said, we're on to Cincinnati. We're on to Cincinnati. That's all these guys could do after giving one up at home. Just look ahead to the next game. Focus on prepping for the next opponent and working your tail off, and make up for losing in front of the home crowd by giving your fans something to cheer about the next time out.
So for Brock Ewart, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from New Orleans.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. Always seems like we're rehashing the same storyline.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.